Hi there, language explorers. Welcome to Connect to Learn. I'm your instructor Mukta Singh, and today we are going to explore the direct and indirect speech. Now, picture the situation. You are talking to your friend, and she tells you that I love chocolate. But later, when you share it with someone else, how do you say it? You say, she said she loves chocolate. See the difference? That little switch from I to she, okay, and change in the way of how you say it is called changing from direct to indirect speech. And trust me, it's a game changer for clear communication. So in today's class, we'll be understanding that what is a direct speech, what is indirect speech. We'll be looking at the examples to make the concept clear. So for that, I am going to share my screen with you. Okay, so now let's begin with direct and indirect speech. So what is a direct speech? Direct speech is quoting someone's words, okay, of how exactly it was said, the exact word that the person used, okay, verbatim as it is. And indirect speech is reporting someone's word. So reporting is when you say what the other person said, okay, and you're telling it to the third person and you're saying it in your own words. So what do? You make a few changes in the sentence and then report it. So that structure is called the indirect speech. So now let's look at a few examples. So the first example, she said, I will meet you at 5 p.m. Now, because this is a direct speech, do you see the words I will meet you at 5 p.m. is written within the inverted commas, okay, is within quotes. Because like this is the exact word, the verbatim as it is said by the girl. But when we write it in the form of indirect speech, it changes into she said she would meet me at 5 p.m. Now, please focus on the change. Here, the personal pronoun I changed into she, the pronoun she. And also, the quotation marks are gone now. Next, John said, I love reading books. And in the indirect speech, it's written as John said that he loved reading books. So here we have added the conjunction that, all right, and we have removed the comma. So generally we use the conjunction that while we are reporting the direct speech, okay? We're using it in an indirect speech. Now we're going to play a game where we'll try to guess whether the sentence is direct speech or an indirect speech, okay? So the first one for you is, she asked if he was coming over for dinner that night. So do you see any visual hint? What's the visual hint? The visual hint is the quotation mark. Yes, this is an indirect speech. She said if he was coming over for the dinner that night. So no personal pronouns. Instead, we see pronouns like he and she asked if. So these hints tell us that this is an indirect speech. Next, are you going away over the summer break? Tina asked Stewie. So do you see the visual hints? Yes, the inverted commas. So this is a direct speech. Next, I'm going to beat you all, laughed Bree. What do you think? Yes, this is a direct speech. Dad told the girls that they were going on a surprise holiday to the beach. This is indirect speech. Yes. So no quotation marks. Instead, we see the conjunction that, which makes it a indirect speech. Is it yummy? Asked Mum. This is direct speech. Poppy told Jack that he loved him. This is indirect speech. Shelley laughed and said, "Okay, that's enough." This is direct speech. "And that's the end of the story," exclaimed Millie. This too is a direct speech. "How was your day?" Mom asked Carrie. "Yes, direct speech." "Say cheese," called out Hugo. This again is a direct speech. Okay, now let's look at some examples and try to understand the other requirements when we are changing a direct speech into an indirect speech. Now, please keep in mind that whenever we are changing a direct speech into indirect speech, there are few things which change in the indirect speech. For example, the tense, the personal pronouns, and also the expression of time and place. So, when we keep these things in mind, we're definitely going to write the correct form in the indirect speech. So, for example, Sarah said, "I will finish my homework by 5 p.m." How to write it in the indirect form? So, the changes will be Sarah said that she would finish her homework by 5 p.m. Now, here I changed into she and will changed into would. Okay, so these are the two changes which we need to keep in mind. Next, John said, "I am watching a movie right now." So here, what are the changes that we need to focus on? Right, the personal pronouns the pronoun is going to change, and the tense is going to change, and also the expression of time. So right now will also change. Now let's see the answer. John said that he was watching a movie at the moment. Okay, so what are the changes? Right now changed into at that moment, and am changed into was. But remember that ing, the continuous form watching, remains the same. Okay, so there is no change in the ing form. All right. Next, the teacher said the earth revolves around the sun. Now, the indirect speech is the teacher said that the earth revolves around the sun. Why there is no major difference? The reason is that earth revolves around the sun is a universal fact. And whenever we are using or we are saying a universal fact, it will not be changed even in the indirect speech. It will stay as it is. Next sentence. Lisa asked, "Where did you go yesterday?" Now, look at the answer. Lisa asked where I had gone the day before. Okay, so yesterday changed into the day before and did changed into had gone. So whenever we are changing direct speech into indirect speech, there is a back shift in the tense. So the simple present tense changes into simple past tense. And the present continuous tense changes into past continuous tense. And the simple past tense changes into past perfect tense. So these are few changes you need to keep in mind, that the tense will take a back shift. Okay, and then you can change it into indirect speech. Next, Tom said, "Please help me carry these books." Now the answer is Tom requested. We have used a more specific reporting verb. So this was a request that please carry. So instead of said, we have used the word requested. Requested me to help him carry those books. Now we are going to change all the pronouns, okay? So both the subjective and the objective pronoun, all right? So here, me help me changed into help him carry those books. And these books changed into those books. So the demonstrative words will also change. So these became those. Emily said, I can't attend the meeting tomorrow. Indirect speeches, Emily said that she couldn't attend the meeting the next day. So here tomorrow will change into the next day in the indirect speech. Bart asked, did you see my keys on the table? So indirect speech will be, Mark asked if I had seen his keys on the table. Okay, so here it's changed into past perfect. Last one. The doctor said drink plenty of water every day. So when the doctor says that drink plenty of water every day, so it's a kind of advice, right? So the doctor says something for our own good. So instead of the word said, we can use more specified reporting verb. The doctor advised me to drink plenty of water every day. Again, why drink plenty of water every day remains same? Because that is a universal form. It's a fact, okay? The universal truth that if you drink plenty of water, it's like it's a good thing for everyone. So that is why it will stay as it is. All right, so this was all for today. And I hope that you learned the little tips and tricks of what are the points to keep in mind when you're changing a direct speech into an indirect speech and exactly what they are. So we'll meet in another video with a new topic. Till then, keep learning and keep practicing. Bye bye for today.